The story of the golden touch. Once upon a time, there lived a very rich king, whose name was Midas. But he was a disgraceful miser, who loved gold for its own sake. In fact, he was fonder of gold than of anything else in the world. He used to spend most of his time counting or just looking at his old coins. Do you know where he kept his wealth? He kept his wealth in a room under the ground at the basement of his palace. He often entered that special room and used to look the door carefully whenever he wanted to look at his treasure. One day, when Midas was enjoying himself in his treasure room, a mysterious stranger entered the room, although the door was locked. Midas complained to the stranger that he did not have enough wealth. He wished to the stranger that everything he touched would be turned into gold. "Be it as you wish," said the stranger. "Tomorrow, at sunrise, you will find yourself gifted with the golden touch." The stranger, saying this, disappeared. Midas hardly slept that night. He was awake before the sun was up and began to touch things all around him. He was anxious to see whether the golden touch had come true to him. Yes, it had come true. Everything he touched, tables, chairs, bed sheets, curtains, had all become pieces of solid gold. The miser King Midas was mad with joy and greed. He quickly put on his clothes and was overjoyed to see himself in a magnificent suit of gold cloth. Though he felt heavy the weight, he did not mind. After all, it pure gold. Midas sat down for breakfast. The teapot became gold when he touched it. When his lips touched the tea, it too became hard as gold. He took a soft piece of cake, but before he could put it in his mouth, he was aware of its weight. He tried to swallow a boiled potato, but found his mouth full, not of the soft potato, but of solid metal. It burned his tongue so badly that he jumped and screamed with pain. Midas was starving, but food turned to gold in his mouth. Just then, his only daughter Marigold came running to him and kissed him. She too was changed into a golden statue. King Midas now wished to be the poorest man in the world, if only he could have his daughter alive again. He was sobbing in front of his daughter's statue when suddenly the stranger appeared before him. "Please, take away the terrible gift and give back my daughter," he begged in front of the stranger. The stranger took pity on him and said, "Drive into the river at the bottom of the garden and bring back a vase of water. Sprinkle the water over anything that you wish to return to its normal condition." The stranger disappeared after saying this. Then the poor king did as the stranger was told. The first thing he did after getting the water was to sprinkle some over little Marigold, who immediately came to life. Ever since that day, King Midas hated the very sight of gold. So the moral of the story is that everyone should be happy that he belongs. One should never be greedy in life, since the wish of being greedy does not offer good results in the future.